expect her back on the campaign trail, and how critical is it for her to get back quickly, given that early voting starts here in Ohio in a month?
Yeah, I know it starts soon. Look, I think it'll be soon, but I don't have the date right now to offer. And the campaign, I'm sure, will offer that information. And I'm sure, look, she's going to try to balance this issue of I got to be out there making my case, I got a work ethic in the campaign, but I also, my doctor is telling me what to do to make sure I'm in good shape, and I know she's getting ready for the debate on the 26th. So there's a lot that's kind of, she's juggling, but I'm sure that, that she'll balance those things, right? And the campaign will put that information in.
How troubling is it to you, and I guess to Secretary Clinton, that, you come here, you lay out a series of ideas, you've got the college program, and it's devolving down to who's nana and nana gets more coverage. How do you get issues through, even on the other side, when this is all it's come to?
It's a little bit troubling, but see, we have the experience, though, too, of spending a lot of time just talking to citizens. I'm going to be doing a roundtable discussion in Cincinnati later with a group of pastors. I can assure you they're going to be asking me really hard questions, but they're going to be hard questions about policy. What do we do about criminal justice reform? What do we do to actually create that economy that works for everybody? So as I'm talking to citizens in Virginia and elsewhere, these issues that I would call kind of side issues, they just don't get a lot of, they're not what people are asking me about. They are asking me tough, hard, challenging questions, but they tend to be more, how do we create an economy that works for everybody? How can we be safe in a world that's challenging? And how do we create a community where everybody's respected?
Senator, do you think the campaign handled the pneumonia diagnosis properly by not disclosing it until yesterday? And does this entire episode put any more pressure on you to convince voters that you're ready to be president?
I don't think of the latter. I definitely don't think so. And I think, look, the campaign said, okay, in retrospect, maybe it would have been better to just say after the Friday, just say, okay, here's the situation. But I lived through something very similar in my first race, and I kind of know what the thinking was, which is, okay, I got a diagnosis. It's serious, but it's something that a lot of people manage. And so, and again, this is no surprise to any of you. Hillary has a very strong work ethic. So her sense was, if I was a little bit sick early in the week, but I did the commander-in-chief for him, that wasn't easy. I did these other things. Maybe I can manage this. And so I've got it, but I'm going to power through. That was her way. I'm going to power through. I mean, some of you were with me at Labor Day last week, and you saw when she was on stage and had that coughing fit, she was like, no, I'm doing this. There wasn't, somebody else take the mic, or, no, I'm doing this. And then she did an event later in the day, flew to Illinois, or I guess it was Iowa, Quad Cities, and did an event there that she did, and she did fine. That's kind of what she was up to. So I'm sure on Friday she said, okay, I think I can manage this. And I think the campaign said, in retrospect, we might do that one differently. But I think they made it plain pretty quickly yesterday in a timely way, in a way that I think was appropriate.